They're an ordinary couple. Beautiful backyard, garage converted into a workshop. But that's where things take a rather shocking turn, because instead of an ordinary woodworking shop, this one is set up with electrodes that deliver over 2,000 volts and 500 milliamps of electricity. Which begs the question, is this the laboratory of a mad scientist?
Possibly. I just seen it on the internet once, and I thought it was so cool, I figured I'd like to try it. And that's about how it started. I just had to try it.
What he just had to try is fractal burning, and you won't believe what that is.
Fractal burning is actually, it's done with electricity, lots of electricity. So it's fairly dangerous to do.
I do know CPR. I do. And I work the switch so that he's planted on his side and I'm planted on my side. It wasn't an overnight decision, bang, I'm going to do it. He did lots of research.
The first flip of the switch was a little nerve-wracking. You sort of flip it on and stand and sort of move back because you don't really, you've never done it before, you don't really know what's going to happen.
What happens is this. The electricity burns through the wood like a lightning bolt, creating delicate designs called Lichtenberg figures.
Oh, they're gorgeous. They're just gorgeous. To me, they're like a bonsai, and it's really neat to watch.
The patterns, they look like trees. So many of them, and they look like trees or even coral under the sea, some of them.
Whether you see trees or coral, these are natural figures that almost seem to have a mind of their own as they take shape.
You have a little control over it as to how it will burn, where you can make it burn. You can, but for the most part, the electricity in the grain of the wood will dictate how it burns and the pattern you wind up with. You have to wet the wood with a solution, so it'll only travel where it's wet.
Towards each other.
Once you've done it once, it's like you could just fractal burn everything in sight.
Well, Sigurd and Robin don't quite burn everything in sight, but pretty much anything that can be made out of wood can be made out of fractal burned wood, and they're turning out quite an assortment.
There's just so many things we want to make, it's where do you start? So we're doing the crafters market on Sundays. He's got coasters and plaques and crates.
Different things, yeah, unique things, and this is quite unique, this.
It is definitely unique, almost mesmerizing to watch. But perhaps most surprising of all is the fact that Sigurd does not have a background in electricity.
Actually, I've never gotten along with electricity, really. I've always stayed at any electricity in my house, I don't touch. I bring someone in for that. Don't try this at home.